He had explored more than 50 countries, from the neon cities of Japan to the historic streets of Europe and the breathtaking landscapes of New Zealand. He believed nothing could surprise him anymore. But in 2025, one country shattered that belief: Singapore. The moment he landed, something felt different. A place so clean it didn't look real, so organized it felt impossible, and so futuristic it didn't seem like Earth. He stood silent, overwhelmed by everything around him. This wasn't just another destination, this was a wake-up call. Today, you'll discover why Singapore was the only country that left him truly speechless. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next story. Level of cleanliness he never thought was possible. The first thing that stunned him was Singapore's unbelievable cleanliness. He had seen clean cities before, but nothing came close to what he saw here. Every street looked like it had been freshly washed, every public space smelled fresh, and even busy areas had zero trash. What shocked him even more was that this wasn't forced, it was a culture. People respected public spaces, cleaners worked efficiently, and strict rules ensured everyone followed the system. After visiting polluted cities around the world, Singapore felt like stepping into a perfectly maintained futuristic world. It was the kind of cleanliness he didn't think could exist in a real country. Singapore's airport felt like a 5-star attraction. Changi Airport wasn't just an airport, it was an experience. He had traveled through major hubs like Dubai, Heathrow, Istanbul, and JFK, but nothing compared to Singapore's. The moment he saw Jewel Changi with its indoor waterfall, rainforest design, and luxury comforts, he literally stopped walking. It didn't feel like a transit point, it felt like a world-class attraction built to impress visitors instantly. From automated immigration to silent terminals, everything worked smoothly. And the airport didn't just look beautiful, it operated with military-level precision. For him, this was the first sign that Singapore was operating on a different level. Public transport that runs like a perfect machine. In most countries, public transportation is unpredictable: delays, breakdowns, overcrowding. But in Singapore, he discovered a completely different reality. The MRT trains were spotless, cooled perfectly, and arrived exactly on schedule. Buses were comfortable, modern, and interconnected with digital systems that minimized waiting. Even the stations were so clean he felt guilty stepping on the floor. What shocked him the most was how easy everything was: tap in, tap out, no confusion, no chaos. After struggling in many countries with complex transport systems, Singapore's efficiency blew him away. It didn't feel like transport, it felt like a perfectly engineered national rhythm. Safety levels that felt unrealistic. He'd visited countries where he had to protect his wallet, hide his phone, avoid certain streets, and move cautiously at night. But Singapore completely erased those fears. He saw people leaving laptops in cafes, children walking freely, women traveling alone at 2 a.m., and luxury stores without heavy security. It almost felt strange, like something was missing. But what was missing was crime. Singapore's low crime rate wasn't just impressive, it was shocking. He couldn't find another country where he felt this safe. It wasn't just policing, it was culture, respect, and laws that created an environment of true trust. Futuristic architecture that didn't look real. From Marina Bay Sands to the super trees at Gardens by the Bay, Singapore's architecture looked like CGI. He had visited Dubai, New York, Seoul, Shanghai, and Tokyo, but nothing prepared him for the way Singapore blended nature, design, and engineering so seamlessly. Everywhere he looked, he saw innovation: sky bridges, green buildings, vertical forests, glass towers with waterfalls inside them, and public spaces that felt like art installations. The Marina Bay skyline at night felt like standing in the future. He realized Singapore didn't just build buildings, it built experiences. And that level of creativity left him silent in awe. A multicultural harmony he had never seen before. Most countries struggle with diversity, conflicts, misunderstandings, segregation. But Singapore was different. Malays, Indians, Chinese, Eurasians, expats, everyone shared spaces peacefully. Walking through the city, he saw temples, mosques, and churches standing side by side. He experienced festivals from different cultures happening in harmony. But what impressed him even more was how natural it felt. There was no forced image, people genuinely respected one another. Every culture was celebrated, not tolerated. After visiting countries where diversity often created tension, Singapore's multicultural unity shocked him. This was a country where differences didn't divide, they strengthened the nation. That left him truly speechless. A food scene that felt like a global playground. He believed he had tasted everything, from European fine dining to Asian street food. But Singapore rewrote his understanding of food. Hawker centers offered world-class dishes at prices so low, he thought it was a joke. One lane had Indian biryani, another had Malay satay, another had Chinese noodles, and another had Michelin-rated meals for under $10. The diversity, quality, and authenticity were unmatched. Even high-end restaurants offered experiences that blended cultures in ways he had never tasted before. Singapore wasn't just a place to eat, it was a place to explore flavors. And the food alone could leave any traveler speechless. Technology everywhere, but invisible and seamless. In some countries, technology feels forced or overwhelming. But in Singapore, it blended into daily life so smoothly that he didn't even notice it at first. Cashless payments everywhere, automated systems in public service, digital queues, smart traffic control, robots cleaning floors, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage, everything worked together effortlessly. There was no confusion, no complexity, no technical frustration. Singapore used advanced tech not to show off, but to simplify life for everyone. After struggling with slow systems and outdated services in many countries, this was mind-blowing. Singapore's quiet efficiency made him realize what a truly modern society looks like. Singapore's education and talent quality. He visited universities, met students, and observed learning spaces, and he was stunned. Singapore's education system was not only advanced but structured to create problem solvers, leaders, and thinkers. Students spoke confidently, used technology effectively, and balanced academics with creativity. He realized Singapore wasn't growing by luck, it was growing through a generation trained to excel. After visiting countries where education struggled with outdated systems, Singapore's model impressed him deeply. It showed him why the country stays ahead globally. The talent, discipline, and ambition he saw made him truly believe that Singapore's future is brighter than most nations. That realization left him speechless. The country's incredible efficiency in everything. He noticed that everything in Singapore ran like clockwork: public services, transportation, healthcare, and even daily routines. Government offices were quick, processes were clear, waiting times were short, and staff were helpful. It felt like the entire country prioritized productivity and convenience. He compared this with many nations where paperwork, delays, and confusion made simple tasks exhausting. In Singapore, things just worked. No drama, no chaos, no excuses. The efficiency wasn't accidental, it was designed into the system. He realized that when a nation values time and precision, life becomes stress-free. This level of efficiency left him deeply impressed. Singapore's unique ability to feel small but powerful. He couldn't believe how a city-state so small could feel so powerful on the world stage. Singapore had no natural resources, no large population, and yet it stood as a global financial hub, a technological leader, and a diplomatic powerhouse. The more he learned, the more shocked he became. Singapore proved that success isn't about size, it's about strategy, discipline, and vision. After visiting large countries struggling with instability or poor planning, he realized how extraordinary Singapore's achievements truly were. It was a reminder that intelligence and governance matter more than geography. That level of excellence left him stunned. The respectful culture of Singaporeans. He saw something rare. Singaporeans were polite, calm, educated, and socially disciplined. Whether it was service workers, students, taxi drivers, or office workers, everyone communicated respectfully. People didn't push, didn't shout, didn't litter, and didn't create unnecessary problems. It was a society built on mutual respect. After experiencing rude crowds, chaotic behavior, and social tension in many countries, this felt refreshing. Singaporeans weren't perfect, but their sense of responsibility and consideration made the country feel peaceful. He realized the real secret of Singapore wasn't the buildings or technology, it was the people. That realization humbled him. Singapore's future-focused mindset. The final thing that left him speechless was Singapore's long-term vision. Everywhere he went, he saw signs of planning for the next 20, 30, even 50 years. Sustainability projects, smart city innovations, green living, robotics, water technology, and continuous improvements. Singapore wasn't trying to catch up to the world, it was preparing to stay ahead of it. He realized that this country doesn't live for today, it builds for tomorrow. After witnessing many nations stuck in short-term thinking, Singapore's futuristic mindset was inspiring. It made him understand why Singapore stands out globally, and why he left the country truly speechless.